Hello, I'm Akshita Kumar and I'm a senior at Rutgers University. I'm on a pre-med track with a double major in psychology and cell biology and neuroscience. Thanks to Project Super, I worked at Konova lab on a new project aiming to study over time how alcohol use affects decision making. Alcohol use disorder, also known as AUD, is a medical condition characterized by an impaired ability to stop or control alcohol use despite adverse consequences. As all addictions, it is characterized by its cyclic nature of periods of abuse, drug preoccupation, and abstinence. AUD impairs the reward system of the brain and leads to maladaptive decision making. With over 15 million people affected by AUD in the US alone, as shown in Figure 1, understanding how various features of decision making are affected over time at the individual level is the key to solving this major health crisis. The spectrum of individuals with AUD, combined with the variability of decision making maladaptations they exhibit, and the cyclic nature of addiction, all emphasize the importance of studying decision making at the individual level across several cognitive tasks and over time. In this study, we use a battery of questionnaires to capture individual demographics, clinical and psychological variables. We first conduct a clinical screening to ensure our subjects are between the ages of 18 and 65 years old and do not have any neurological or psychiatric conditions. Our target is to gather 100 subjects. The second screening measures the dynamic clinical states through the questionnaires in Qualtrics that the participant completes. They can continue with the study if they had drinks 5 days in the past month or have regularly been drinking per week in the past year. For males, it's 14 or more drinks, and for females, it's 7 or more drinks. After this, a longitudinal follow-up using EMA will be capturing various environmental in-the-moment variables. The EMA is paired with dynamic short decision-making tasks, such as risky decision tasks, to measure the tolerance towards risk and ambiguity by having the participant choose between a definitive reward or a risky reward, and the impulsive decision-making task, which is the intertemporal choice, also known as the ITC, to measure tolerance to temporal delay associated with reward. These tasks will be used to create an aggregate picture of the decision-making performance of participants and allow us to assess the dynamics of the fingerprint in relation with in-the-moment variables. This is what we call a multidimensional computational fingerprint. This project being in a clinical setting, my role was to develop an easy-to-use HIPAA-compliant survey to be used by the administrators of the study and the participants enrolled. I found and selected questionnaires, encoded them, and weighed how questionnaires relate to assessing the person. I created individual surveys for each study instrument and created reference blocks and surveys which allow us to copy all questions and add them to different surveys easily. Using the references, I was able to create the questionnaires with easy access and navigations for all administrators and participants to collect data in Qualtrics. As of today, we have received IRB approval, built the assessments, and have tested the protocol out, and are getting ready to launch. The study is run at the Rutgers Princeton CCNP Center. The first participant enrolled has not finished the whole study yet, but there are several lined up in the coming months. Our target is to gather 100 subjects for the study. We hypothesize that different states and traits affect various features of decision making. We have strong expectations as to what this data set can provide us. The end goal of this study is to prove that such a dynamic computational fingerprint can be used to identify periods of vulnerability to relapse, which can help target and tailor therapeutic intervention. Thank you.